And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Cincinnati Reds. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. So the Los Angeles Dodgers are in position to sweep this three-game series with a win. So, Chris, what's their mindset heading into today?
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3, Boog. They've already won the series, and now they can really leave their mark. It's all about having confidence, and that's what a team takes away from a sweep. So they're happy to win the series, but they'll really be riding high tomorrow with the win today.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So almost ready to get underway. Getting the nod in this one, Andrew Abbott.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Ready to go now. Here's Shohei Ohtani. And he deals. That one finds the zone. And we're underway here this afternoon. Pitch misses, and that's ball one.
One strike.
Out towards left center. Larnach sizes this one up. Corrals it. One down. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Juan Soto.
Boog, it's kind of a joke that this guy's got a career OPS over 900. I mean, there are a lot of players that hope that they can just do that in one season, but he's done it his entire career. And in reality, there's only about 60 players that can claim that type of production.
Danny Ramirez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Flip the bottom of the zone with a curve for strike 3.
Well, oftentimes that's the pitch he's trying to set up, the curveball. He'll lean on it pretty heavily, so you got to be expecting it, look for it, and sell out so you don't miss it when you get it.
Two outs, base is empty. Stepping in the long ball threat, Luis Domingo. And there's a foul ball. And the 0-1. Missed inside with the curve. Two outs, base is empty. Swings through that.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Just off the inside corner. And that's ball 2. Just missed.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Here comes a pitch. And there's ball 4.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
So man aboard. Here's a big power threat. Juan Soto wouldn't chase that time. Step off, throw to first, and he's back in on a dive. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And another ball. 2 outs. And a foul ball. Two down. Runner on the go. Caught him looking for the K. So the Dodgers leave one, and now the Reds will get their first opportunity. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And today on the hill, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singy.
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that, and that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more of the same this season.
And here it comes. Off the mark there. Now 2-0. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Will Benson. 0 for 6 in the series so far. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. Righty to the plate. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The pitch.
No, that's low.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. Hit on the ground to the right side, and he picks it up in foul territory. Man at second. That one lifted to left. Nice grab on the run. 1 away.
Batting third, the designated.
Here's the lineup for the Reds. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, TJ Friedl.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy is always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
On the ground. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. Now batting Jamer Candelario.
The third baseman, Jamer Candelario.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Yamamoto, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. And the righty deals. Base knock right field. Around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. And it's 1-0.
He was all over that one.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Jonathan Indy at the plate. 2 for 7 in the series so far. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
And the 1-0. Popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. The throw to third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. So 2 on with 2 away. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. There's a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Out to short, Ramirez. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. Back here in Cincinnati, top of the second at the plate. Number 6.
Number 6.
The wind and the pitch. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Batting 6. The second baseman.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? And a foul ball.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
1 down, base is empty. Breaking ball inside. Now 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. This one popped up. Under this one. Makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
Batting 7. The third baseman. Logan Wagner.
Now the third baseman. A switch hitter batting right. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time. And he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Next offering misses. Ball 1. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. 2 down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. Touches down. That's a hit.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now it's going to be Andy Pajes. And there's a ball. That's in there, and the count is 1-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one outside, and it's 2-1. There's a strike. The Reds leading by a run. Next pitch inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez waiting to bat for the Dodgers. To second, and he's out. That's the 3rd out. After an inning and a half, It's 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Christian Encarnacion Strand. The wind of the pitch. Fastball for a strike. Yamamoto in his second season, 26 years old, and he's the reigning National League Rookie of the Year. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Pitch misses there. Now 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
The 1-2. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's one out in the bottom of the second.
Just beautiful placement of the splitter right there. Exactly where you want it with 2 strikes to get that swing and miss. And he's worked very hard to be able to command that pitch. It's a tough pitch to get a grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he wants to.
Here's Trevor Larnach. Drove in their only run in last night's game. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No balls. 1 strike.
Up the middle. Makes a sliding stop. And they get the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Two outs, base is empty. Matt Nelson, the next to hit for the Reds. And there's a strike. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Reds go down quietly, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back here at Great American Ballpark, top half of the third inning. And now Andy Pajes. Abbott back to work. Fouled off left side. The wind to kick the pitch. And it's 1-1.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
And there's one away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Rodriguez, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
High fly ball out into left center field. Moving under it. He's got it. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, no strike.
Wouldn't chase that time.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Next pitch is outside. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
2 outs, runner at first. And up next for Los Angeles, Danny Ramirez. Step off throw to first. Ohtani back in. Right through there for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
2 outs. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Luis Domingo steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He reached on a walk his first time. There's the strike. Tying run in scoring position. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swung on, belted. Long run. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. 1 runs in. A second scores as well, and a 2-1 ball game now.
Well, a huge 2 RBI swing of the bat right there.
1 Soto.
Here's Juan Soto. Went down on strikes his first time through. That's in there. 0-1. And a curve misses outside. And downstairs. Man on second, 2 down. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. Here's the left fielder.
The left fielder, TJ.
The pitch. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Now the 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And that's in the dirt. Got him looking. 1 out.
Well, not much you can argue with there as a hitter. That pitch was dotted on the inside corner of the plate. I think even if he swings the bat, it blows him up and not really able to do anything with it anyhow. I think if you see that early, then perhaps you can pull those hands a little bit tighter and get the fat part of the bat to it. But I'd say overall, you just have to tip your cap on that one. Great execution.
Will Benson, the next to hit for the Reds. And that one hit 97 on the gun. That catches the outside corner. That's strike one. The Reds trailing by a run here in the last half of the third. Swing and a miss.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And a 1-2. Just off the inside edge. Lined into right. Soto calls it in, 2 away.
The batter, number 7. Designated hitter.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds.
Steer.
First pitch just misses. The Dodgers up by a run here in the third and final game of the series. And that's off the inside edge. And now 2-0. And a pitch. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Brings it in. And that is that. Reds down in order. And they trail it here 2-1. On to the fourth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, number 6.
Number 6.
The wind of the pitch. There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Candelario on to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Edge of the zone, called a strike. It's 0-1. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. And another ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Here's the third baseman. Right through there for a strike. Two down, nobody on. That one close, ruled a ball. And the count even 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Andy Pajes. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Low throw, and he can't dig it out. Here's the 0-2. And they'll do it again. Runner at second, 2 down. And that one is inside, ball 1.
1 and 2.
Swing and a miss. He swung over top of the curveball. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Reds 1. Back here in Cincinnati, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Jeimer Candelario. And the pitch. And a good eye there.
Well, these Reds, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That one missed. And that is cut on and missed. 2-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. The punch out there, and now 1 away. Jonathan India, the next to hit for the Reds.
Second baseman.
1 for 1 with a single so far.
India.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings through that one out in front that time.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
In the dirt, and the count's even at 2. Good eye right there. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Shortstop.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. The shortstop takes the ball. And that is in for a strike. And the count 1-1. And the right-hander deals. Check swing, but he went too far. And that's strike 2. Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Encarnacion Strand batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. India off of first with 2 away. And a pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's into the gap. Coming home. He scores to tie it up. It's 2-2.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Man at second here with 2 away. Here's the center fielder, Trevor Larnach. Tried to check his swing, appeal to third, and he won a round. Just enough that time. In the air, left side. Sizing this one up. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Run-scoring double here for the Reds. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. New inning getting started. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Rodriguez. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And there's a ball.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
And a pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To third. And foul ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that's outside. 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Up the middle. Slings to first, and they get Ohtani for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Danny.
And next for LA, Danny Ramirez. 1 for 2. Ramirez goes 5 feet 11 inches, only 18 years old, and he's one of the few major league players born in Idaho. Candelario on the first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Score remains 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Matt Nelson. And he deals. And a strike.
Well, these Reds just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Next offering down in the dirt. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 1 away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So the lineup flips over. TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. On the ground, right side. The throw to first, And a couple of quick outs.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
In now for the Reds, Will Benson. Strike on the inside corner.
1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Two outs. That one not close. 1-2 to count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And 1-2-3 go the Reds. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. And we're back, all set for the top of the 6th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Luis Domingo. Here comes a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Missed inside with the curve. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Juan Soto now. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a pop-up. Should have this one. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 6.
Now the left fielder. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Splits the plate. And it's 0-1. It was bumpy in the early going for the lefty, but he settled into a really nice groove. And ball 1. In the air, right side of the infield. Sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Dodgers go down quietly. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Back here at Great American Ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Spencer Steer. Right through there for a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Ball 1 there. Smoked on the ground a second. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jamer.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jamer Candelario. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
Number 6.
1 down.
Second baseman,
Jonathan India, the next to hit for the Reds.
India.
That one misses. 1-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Fouled off. He was late.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. Trying to keep this a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's 1. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. 7th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. New pitcher for the Reds, Huascar Noah. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Vargas. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. The pitch. Fastball for a strike. Next offering is down low. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Go-ahead run on base. Now the third baseman. Lined, and that's a base hit around third. He scores, and they have the lead. 3-2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajes. And that's too high. The pitch. Activity in the bullpen. Emilio Pagan appears to be getting loose. Jabot getting cranked up as well. And here it comes. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 3-0. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground, 2 ball. Feeds to second, out there. How about that double play?
Well, a very fast developing play right there. No margin for error. Nice double play on a fast runner up the line.
Rodriguez digs in now. There's the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, right field. Benson settles underneath it, brings it in for the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League set for the last half of the 7th and ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Ellie De La Cruz. Yamamoto back to work. Swings and misses. Strike one. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Jonathan Loaisiga. Gratterall also throwing. Looking to get the tying run on base. That catches the corner. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Encarnacion Strand in the box now. Takes strike one.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One down, base is empty. And that's outside. That one off the mark. And the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Fastball for a strike. And now it's 3-2. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Brusdar Gratterall takes over on the mound.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And now the center fielder, Trevor Larnach.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And that's in for a strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Outside low. And now it's even 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And the count 1-2. That one the other way. 1 at second. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over. So they go quietly there. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Reds 2. Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Swings over the top of that one. Ynoa measures 6 feet 2 inches, 220 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that's outside, and that is ball 1. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Ramirez stands in now and watches strike 1. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Ground ball right side. India sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Luis Domingo. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Fought off foul.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
2 outs. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. And it remains a 3-2 ball game. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the Reds catcher, Matt Nelson.
The catcher, Matt Nelson.
The pitch. High fly ball out towards left field. That one back. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Well, off the bat, I thought for sure it had enough to get out of here, but that wind's kind of blowing in from left, and I think that's what made the difference.
Jonathan Loaisiga gets the ball now.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the left fielder, TJ Friedl. On the ground to the left. In plenty of time to first, and there's 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Will Benson now at the plate.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Movement in the bullpen, Sean Armstrong. Two down, nobody on. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
And another ball. That one misses. 3-1. Spencer Steer on deck for Cincinnati. Left-hand hitter waits. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
And a pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. That's long gone. His second homer of this series, and they add a run.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now the left fielder. Out to short. And he's safe at first.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
Man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Vargas. 1 for 3. That one's in there. That's strike 1. And a strike on the outside edge.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
0-2 now. That's a little bit low.
1 ball.
One run across in the frame so far here at the top of the 9th.
2-2.
In the dirt, but kept close. And the runner stays where he is. The pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's the third baseman. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And first offering is fouled off. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Liner, base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
The center fielder, number 44.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Emilio Pagan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now here is Andy Pajes. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. There's the strike up high. 0-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. In the air, right field. Benson has a beat on it and makes the grab. Runner tagging and heading for home. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 5-2.
They had a chance to add to their lead right there, and they did with the sac fly. Nice job of getting it done. Really good execution with that at bat.
Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Rodriguez. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Check on the runner. Back in there standing.
He's safe.
That one fouled off. 2 runs across in the inning here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Yanni Chirinos preparing to come on if needed. And he swings over the top there.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Dodgers and the Reds, too. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Shawn Armstrong.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Spencer Steer.
And a pitch. And that one hammered way back there. And that is a foul ball. Good eye in that spot. Chases that one upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Wouldn't chase that time. High fly ball out to left field. On the move to the alley. And there's one down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Baseman, Jamer
Candelario, the next to hit for the Reds. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
One strike.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And 1-1.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Late with the swing there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 outs. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Vargas. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Dodgers keep it rolling. 7 straight victories now.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
And your final score, 5-2. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 4.